I'm Michelle Francis Cook, MFC Vocal Teacher, and you've just seen images of the most beautiful Cloister, which is a monastery in Sant Cugat in Barcelona. I've sung there several times, and it is a beautiful place to sing. Great resonance, great for an audience visually. Anyway, today's topic that we're going to be talking about and discussing, and I'll be teaching on, is on the topic of keeping in time with the music. Whether you're an opera singer and you're singing with an orchestra and you're following the conductor, or you're with a band, how to keep in time, in perfect time. You might have trouble with this sometimes. You might be a little bit behind the beat. Here's a few tips and some techniques that will actually help you reach your goal of singing right on time. So the key word we need to remember in this whole teaching is anticipation. It is in a variety of ways that we anticipate to keep in time. First of all, we must anticipate the phrase. We are not like a piano singing separate notes in time. We are more like a violin. We flow through the phrase and pass through the notes as we go. So we don't want to be singing like a piano. What happens with the piano is that every note is percussive, and if we're singing that way, we are thinking of every note and not flowing through the notes and getting to the end of the phrase. And this will slow us down. We're more like a car. If we're driving a car, we do not think 10 meters ahead to reach to the stoplights, for example. We are thinking at the stoplights, and we just aim for the stoplights, and we trust that we're passing through those 10-kilometer points. Same with singing. Every point is a note, but we do not stop at every note, or we do not reach for every single note. We sing through the phrase, through the notes, till we get to the end. The second point of anticipation is anticipating the consonant. If we're singing a song and we start every note on a consonant, the vowel sound is after the beat, after the note. So we are going to fall behind. We will fall behind. So the key is to sing the consonant of every word in the beginning of a phrase prior to the beat or note. So if I was singing this phrase here, canto, most singers would start the C right on the beat, right on the note. But good singers, both classically and contemporary singers, will put the consonant before the beat. So they anticipate the note with the consonant. So let me demonstrate this for you. Let me show you in slow motion so you can actually hear where the C is placed and the vowel on the note. Another important point to remember is if you're going to have an anticipated consonant, you must not overextend the previous phrase. So if you're singing a song and you're at the end of the sentence that you sing, if you hold that note too long, you won't have time to breathe properly, and you won't have time to anticipate the consonant prior to the next phrase. So always practice your ending of this previous phrase, and then practice your breath and time it correctly so that your consonant is prior to the note. So then you have this beautiful continuous flow of the phrase, and you will never fall out of time. You will be anticipating. In fact, if you listen to the next couple of singers that I'm going to show you, you will see that they actually anticipate before the orchestra slightly so that they will remain right on time. Remember, when you're on stage, there's a delay of time as well. So you do need to think about that. When you're on stage and the orchestra is playing, what you hear is coming out to the audience prior to your voice. So anticipating will make you fall right on time, or even a little bit earlier, which is good as well, slightly. As long as it's slightly earlier and not too much. Let's have a look at Pavarotti singing one of our favorite arias, Nessun, Dorma, and you will see him putting the consonant way before the vowel and hitting the note on the vowel, not the consonant. So now let's have another listen to a tenor, another one. He is Placido Domingo. He's going to be singing Vesti la Giubba, which is my absolute favorite tenor aria from I Pagliacci. He is singing here with the beautiful technique of anticipation. Such a professional way of singing. The phrasing is long. He comes a little bit before every note. The timing is very, very anticipated, even a little bit before the orchestra. And then you can see him flowing through to the end of every phrase. In my career, I had the pleasure of singing with Placido Domingo when we sang Die Walküre, which is a German opera in Barcelona that we sung. He sang the main role, and I had a role of one of the Valkyries. I was Gerhilda, and it was an amazing experience singing with him. I learned a lot from just watching him, his technique, and you could see anticipation always. So we're coming to the end of our little teaching on keeping in time. Now I guarantee you, if you follow this technique of anticipation, you will not ever fall behind the band or fall behind the orchestra. So what were the 3 points? Let's see if we can remember. Number 1, that's right, anticipating the phrase. Number 2, anticipating the consonant prior to singing the phrase. And not to forget, not overextending the end of every phrase to give us time to come in on time on the consonant. So those 3 points will keep you right on track. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me through anticipation of the voice to create a constant line that keeps in time. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Below, click subscribe and click like. And I'll come to you every single week with a new topic. I do read all your emails and your messages. If you have a new topic you would like me to cover, please feel free, and I'll do my very best to help you. That's my vocational promise as a vocational teacher. MFC Vocal Teacher. We'll see you next week.